Hello everyone and welcome to the map Leylines. Today we'll be taking a look at a few viewer submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Joining us here, the upper right corner for the first map of the day, it's going to be a Red Protoss player, Predator. Thank you for the easily pronounceable name. And their opponent with already a broken image by the hatchery, it is Masio PL. Broken images already. Great. I saw a little bit of chat here. Blue, actually, Zerg player, apparently playing random and throwing out the good luck, have fun, I'm Z. Such honor. Random player here. It's a player that's playing random. Remember the clear difference. Not to be confused with those dirty, forge-loving, random players. Okay, we know the difference. You know what I'm talking about here. Zerg player seems to be taking it seriously so far, I will say, and with good reason, of course. They don't know that there's a forge. So far, they've only seen 3 pylons. Pulling 4 drones, dealing with the initial one. I'd love to see another one go onto the probe. But they actually do. Really? 2 on the worker and 4 on the building. Go for the cannon. Go for the cannon. Wow, that was a perfect response. I am impressed. Very well done. Let's see, what kind of... Okay, I could nitpick. I could say something like, well, you should have sent a drone over to start the hatch over here instead. But you know what? Given where we are, where I'm seeing and guessing this level is, I'm going to say, well done. Fantastic work, actually. 2 workers, 2 following the probe, and 4 dealing with the building. That's absolutely great. If they had made more cannons at the same time, I could see you pulling more drones, but that was absolutely great, I will say. Kept your cool, stayed calm, and got the hatchery down pretty quickly, instead of just making 26 Zerglings, so thank you for that. 1 drone left to deal with, the pylon that remembers what was supposed to be here. Protoss, debating cannons, now can only cannon rush themselves. For shame. How will they transition out of it, though? Things are not over, of course, for the Protoss. I will say their investment into 3 cannons at their Nexus, it might be a little much, but at this point now, they're feeling nervous. As a Protoss in this level, my guess is this is probably, I would say, high gold, maybe low plat, I'm guessing. But the Protoss, what the point I'm trying to get to is they probably have to deal with a lot of suddenly Zerglings. So they're probably a little nervous, a little scared, wanting to make sure they've got enough cannons going on, making sure that they take their base anywhere but where they're supposed to take their base, because, you know, the enemy would be expecting that. They're going to want me to take my natural, which means I have to outthink my opponent. So, you know, take 4th base instead of natural was probably one of Sun Tzu's great statements, I would wager, if I had to guess. I didn't meet the man, of course, a little bit before my time, but I'm going to guess at some point in the books, he said, take your 4th base instead of your natural, Protoss players. That way you can feel more confident about losing it later on, I would wager. They're not even going to get 1 probe. Attack the Stargate. Yeah, I mean, not anymore. You threw away your Zerglings. As soon as you see 3 cannons at the main base, there's no reason. You've scouted. Maybe send 2 in just to make sure he's not building something sneaky, but the rest of them, you probably just want to check the bases around the map. When there's no natural, defend the Overseer. They keep pinging their own stuff. I love it. just in case you weren't sure where we were at on the ladder. I will say, though, severe lack of communication. I'm impressed at that, actually, that nobody's still really chatting. Red hasn't said a darn thing. We're not even sure what letters they have on their keyboard at this point. But we do know they have the V key for Void Ray, at the very least. The common follow-up, I'll say, to cannons. You knew it was either going to be Dark Templar or Dark Templar in ships, obviously. Who gave the Dark Templar a pilot's license? Apparently somebody in Predator's base did. Executor, up in that Nexus, I guess. Overseer coming out will make a changeling. You have pneumatized? Ooh. I like the pneumatized carapace. Very well done. Very nice. Rare changeling. Oof. Void Ray will spot them. The fourth natural over here is decidedly populating slowly. Getting one probe at a time, of course. We could recall, recall like half the probes and then just split it a little more effectively, but no, of course not. Why would we do that? Our first upgrade of the Protoss field today will be shields. Excellent. It benefits both Void Rays and cannons, Indigos. That way it covers my entire plan. I agree. Good choice. Third Stargate on the way. The Zerg player behind this has been going for Hydras, it looks like. The Groove Spine's on the way, which is, I'll say, a good response to Void Rays. I don't deal with Hydras particularly well. Queen count's a little lacking. What are we at, 3? Just 1 per base? Little lacking. I'd say if you are the Zerg and you're watching, you're listening to this, maybe a few more queens just to help out with a little bit of base defense, but you're going for what you need to at the end of the day. Actually finding this base, too. Well done to a couple of roaches over here. Unfortunately, the Zerglings have not yet evolved to the ability to stack on top of each other to hit said Void Rays, so the Protoss will be completely fine. Losing quite a few probes in the process. It's going to set them back. Total 14 workers have been killed, bringing them down to abysmal 27 here. Definitely not going to be affording that triple Stargate anytime soon. And we're watching, is it macro turn again? Macro time? I think we're fine to ×2 it for now. And just through their macro turns, we got to see all the pieces coming together. Everybody's getting what they want. We're seeing Hydras. We've got Evo chambers. Honestly, things are looking pretty good, I will say. But keeping in mind where we're at, the speed that we're working with here, everything's coming together. If I were to pick one thing, I would say, I'd want to see right now, it's more queens for creep spread. Just a little bit of spread. Connect your bases. You can do it during your downtime, just to get a little more vision. If you don't like creep spread, you're like, no, Indigos, you said don't focus on creep spread. Yes, I know, I said that. Okay, Overlords then. Just move some Overlords out around the map, my friend. And Protoss, my dear Protoss, my recommendation to you is take the plan that you've written in your colored pencil on your presumably paper and put it in the dumpster next to you, and then let's start with a new plan. Okay, we're going to work on a new plan here. You're going to repeat after me. Natural. You get those changelings. So repeat after me. We're taking natural. Yes. Nexus goes here. Okay. Defenses. Doing fine, actually. You made a few cannons over here. Kept the Void Rays, I will say. So that's helpful, at least. And then, after natural, the next word I want you to have in your arsenal, right on the paper. Splash. Splash damage. Okay. Colossi, big walking giraffe lasers. Okay. Very good. Very good laser giraffe, yes. We like the laser giraffe. We can work with that. We'll start there. Maybe get some gateway units. Stalker, good. Stalker, good. Immortal, good. Archon, very good. Archon, very good. Okay, well, I want you to put like 3 check marks next to the word Archon. very good Archon. The void ray count continuing to rise. I don't think we'll actually be seeing my plan come together here. The Flux Veins research is completed as well from the Fleet Beacon, which is also the natural leap upwards for the Protoss tech tree at this point, because the only thing that we love getting more than void rays after our cannons is carriers. For shame. But something that I'll say that we all have to deal with. I see carriers after cannons, and it's equally annoying and frustrating. Holy infestors. Wait, what? Y'all missed telling me there were infestors here. The forbidden spell, Microbial Shroud, is used. Look at it stick to the Hydras even after they move out. Thank you, Balance Council. Unfortunately, I think we used all of the Infestor's energy on the one spot for Microbial Shroud, but that was a perfect use case for Microbial Shroud. Oh my gosh. I see that very rarely. That was excellent. Microbial Shroud used with great efficacy. The Void Ray count reset rather substantially. We got another one? Any more? We have enough energy for one, but it's no longer necessary. The Void Rays have been destroyed. The probes have been evacuated. Frenzy almost completed, which will allow the Hydras to dash very slightly. Carriers are on their way. Used our last bit of money from our mining 4th natural to try to warp in a few carriers. The carriers, they can deal with Zerg pretty reasonably well. The issue is apparently this Zerg player understands the basic counters to some of these units, and as well understanding spellcasters to a degree that is impressive. The carriers on the way, 13 more Hydras, the probes. Yes, why take them somewhere that we could actually use them for a little bit? No, we're going to instead send them out onto the map to try another hidden base. Oh no. Everybody stay very still. Maybe his 9 eyes didn't see you. The Hydra's attempting to move up the ramp here. We'd love to see another Shroud. We still got 2 Infestors. This could work pretty well. Another one goes out. The other Infestor plates the dust. So that's going to be it. That's all we get. Looks like it's going to be plenty enough, though. The Hydra's moving through the Shroud. A little bit of stutter stepping. The carriers will be destroyed, and the Protoss player likely left in a bit of confusion, a bit of stupor. I made cannons, I made void rays, I made carriers. What happened here? And we all go, yeah, it pretty much sums it up, actually. The pylons will be destroyed, a GG goes out, and with that, the Zerg is the victor. I'm impressed, dear Zerg viewer, at some of these decisions. The lack of overreaction to the cannons, the Microbial Shroud actually well used. Ooh. Oh, don't put me in too good of a mood today. We've still got more viewer games to get through. For the second match of the day, we find ourselves on the map Amygdala here. Another PVZ, it looks like, by the production tab. The red Zerg player here in the upper right corner shall be Jody. Zodi? Jody? I don't know. X. We'll go with. And their opponent, the blue Protoss, here in the bottom left, it is Skienk. Throwing out multiple GLHFs, huh? Like, did you forget that you typed GLHF? I mean, the opponent, I don't think the opponent said anything in response. Not since we got into this, at least. They could have said GLHF maybe in the loading, the first like 3 seconds. I could take a look at that, but it would break all of the images that people have near their main bases. So I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, we will just assume maybe that the Zerg player did not say anything. Three? Good luck, have fun, times 3? Are you trying to get a response? Freaking Protoss. God. He probably muted you by now. The second good luck, have fun, that would have been a mute for me. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I don't trust you. Zero. Zero trust involved. The Overlord will make its way to the natural. Spot that cybercore wall being constructed with perfect precision. Is it a gate? Is it a Stargate? What do you put down here? What are we putting down here? Nothing yet. We just got 150 minerals. No. Oh, whoa. Wait for it. I think it's going to be the Stargate. No. What? The Stargate started in the main base. It's a gateway. I should have trusted my instincts. Alright. Protoss player knows what they're doing as far as builds go. APM's a little bit higher this round. We'll see how that unfolds. So far, the Zerg player been left to be able to do whatever it is they will undoubtedly feel like doing. Hopefully it does not rhyme with Berserglings, because I've had my fill of those for the day, the last few viewers' days. Okay. On the Protoss side, Stargate's completing. 4. The good luck, have fun count is at 4 now. One of you that's watching this, keep track of that number for me. I want to know how many good luck, have funs we had throughout the whole game. Okay. The Protoss is very clearly intent on making sure there is both luck and fun this match. An Oracle is on the way, which is both correct and also probably ambitious. We'll see. Forge, Twilight timing, looking pretty solid. Oracle hits the third base. We can start to make the Nexus. No, not yet. We require more minerals. Not yet. Alright, Oracle's going across. We'll stick with the Oracles here. Take a look at that. The Queen's gonna spot it. No drones at the third hatchery yet, which is I'll say slightly telling of maybe what's going on. The panic. Oh dear. There's no spores. This was, I'll say, a rather quick Oracle compared to the normal 420 spore timing, but they've got enough queens. I was just about to say they've got enough queens that they should be okay. I didn't expect them to flat out kill the Oracle. That's not good for the Protoss. You really don't want to be losing the initial Oracles. As they build energy, can, of course, stasis, pick off a few workers, but also base defense. Really important against things like the hungry Zerglings here. Zerg players splitting a bit of Zerglings off here. Get a little bit of vision. We'll spot the third Nexus on its way. Adept. Save us, Adept. Wow, the Zergling actually loses its focus, goes after a different probe. We'll be quite fine there. Probes will be okay. Another pack of Zerglings heads across the other side of the map here. Protoss player going for Blink, going for Oracles, the rather tried and true hero style at this point. Everything's looking okay. Zerg player making probably too many Zerglings for my comfort, but at the same time, it might be okay. They could be going for a rather Ling-heavy style. The probe's long-distance mining the third. You can put more in the bases before the Nexus is actually completed. It's okay. Uh-oh. Blink's not done yet. Stalker's in a bit of hot water here. The Adept is going to be picked off. We need the Oracles. Oh, God, the Oracles get here not quick enough to actually save some of the Stalkers. 2 of the Stalkers will be picked off. That felt really good. Quick, more Zerglings. 6-minute layer. We're falling a little bit behind now as far as the timings goes. Might want to slap down a macro hatch. Why is it picking this? Oh, because he queued up another hatch. Okay. Well, that's fine. Take the 4th and the 5th at the same time. I'm okay with that, too. A Bane Nest. Alright, I'll wait before I judge. Templar Archives on the other way. Fantastic. Let's use it for Archons. I will also allow Storm, but hopefully mostly Archons. Zergling. Scouting Ling on the other side. Oh god, these things creep me out. Pack of Zerglings makes its way over here. The Stalkers do have blink this time, though. Well, full surround. Gonna have to blink them out. Reinforcements here to help out. Should shoo away the Zerglings. Always good. Always helpful. Observer sent across the other side. Get a little bit of vision, maybe. Melee attack on the way. Good. Alright. That's okay. Doing the Ling heavy ZVP style. Going for Hydra's behind this too, which is also fine. Hydra's rather decent anti-gateway unit, and so far, the Zerg, thinking about this from their perspective, I haven't seen any robo units yet. There's no, major immortals coming out. No robo bay spotted. I'd love to see pneumatized carapace and maybe a couple Ovi scouts. Instead, we're just going to do a little bit of harassment, testing the edge of the waters, the Protoss-infested waters. Yeah, this guy, you really should probably make him an overseer, send him through, just get an idea of what the Protoss is committing to. Where is the Robo? Oh, the Robo's at the 3rd. Okay. Oh, the choice is going to be lurkers behind this. Well, this will be nice. We get to see a little bit more of a ground-oriented PvZ this time. Intriguing spore crawler placement. You watch the base of that ramp. Melee attack's going to finish up. Hydra's completing as well. 18 drones on the way. Fabulous. Unfortunately, we are hard supply blocked at 118 here. Thanks to losing one Overlord. Yeah, now we're working on it. 6 on the way. Stalkers. Templar. Archons. Is that 5? Good luck, have fun. Number 5. It's the deck. Perfect. The Archons on the way. There was quite a bit of time in between number 4 and number 5 here, okay. What's going on, Mr. Protoss? Oracles heading out to the edge of the creep. Nothing too major really going on, though. Everybody's still getting their pieces all together here. The Protoss has made a few Archons. The Zerg has opted for Lurkers. I actually do have the Lurkers. Uh-oh. Stasis Ward. Should be pretty helpful. Where's our Prism? Warp Prism. Where is the Prism? Oh god, the Prism's at home. We left the Prism at home, Timmy. You were in charge of the Prism. Turn around. We have to go back. Revelation goes out, hitting a couple of creep tumors. Makes them very scared for their creep tumorly existence here. Keeping the Oracles alive will be nice for the detection. I worry about the lack of durability in this Protoss army, though. Not a lot of Stalkers, so not a lot of Blink Micro potential. No Immortals to really just kind of anchor everything. It's going to really be up to the Archons, I think. The Zealots, it depends. Yeah, it depends on how well protected the Lurkers are. Because Lurkers can shred Zealots, but also Zealots don't really have to care that much about Lurkers if they're caught by themselves. So we'll see how the battle unfolds. The fact that they're getting Banes, too, makes me really nervous for the Zealots. No centrifugal hooks, though, so they do have that going for them, at least. Oracle sacrificed to the great blood gods. Thank you for that. Wonderful. Delicious Oracle. Perfect. Lurker Bane shuffling around here. Neither one of you are maxed out. Come on. Somebody max out. You're getting Storm. That's a great choice. I like that. The Zerg player, the first to make a real move at the base, is setting up the good old 1-2 punch as well. Zerglings will deal with the Zealots. Should be able to clear the Nexus. The Protoss goes for the jump. Feed back the assuming. The man's trying to drink. You just slapped the cup out of his hand. Come on. Alright. Base race ensues. Initiated, it would seem. The Banes doing their little waddle, their shuffle. Do they get to the probes? They get to the first probe they see, so not being manually controlled there. Zerg splitting some other units off. Lings already in the natural Protoss. And making their way through the bases. Unfortunately, they left some of the outlying bases, so I don't think this is going to go supremely well. Are we looking as far as probes? There's stasis wards. There's an observer out here. I'm not sure any probes have actually made it out. The Zerg holding the main base now. Natural destroyed. I'm liking the Zerg's position a little bit more. They've certainly got more stuff all around. You actually do have a probe. Oh, you have a probe. Oh, okay. Protoss not dead yet. And the army supplies in their advantage. So I think if the Protoss actually gets everything together, gets an observer over the lurkers, they might be fine. Do you still have Templar? Oh, there's only one Templar left. I was hoping to see something for storms. I was hoping to see a couple more still alive for storms. That's gonna hurt. Some probes did make it out here. It looks like they're gonna opt to make a nexus over on the far right here. Protoss deals with the hatchery in the bottom right. Leaves a few things to pick off the drones. There's still quite a bit of Zerg to work through though. They do find a base up here. Extractors are still alive at these outlying bases too, which means the Zerg's gonna know about this nexus. The Zerg is gunning for it, actually. Is that the last thing? It's the last building. The Protoss left. Why didn't you defend the nexus? Oh my word. It comes down to the final building, a base race so close too. The Zerg will be the victor, and you might be saying, wow, Indigos, you sound pretty sad about that. That would be because I know the Protoss is the viewer, is the submitter of this. So, first of all, of course, huge round of applause. Thank you for Skiamp here submitting a loss. Always takes some courage, takes some strength. Thank you for that. That was a good game. That was a good base race. So close. So what was left here? Had the one hatchery still here. There was one building in the upper right. Oh, two. Oh, Lord. There was this one. I didn't even see this one. Plus the extractors. Yeah, that was too much for the Protoss to work through in the time. You would have had better luck trying to take the fight. There's only 6 lurkers. I think you would have been fine. I think you would have had a lot better luck actually taking the fight to the Zerg. Especially because you still had detection, too. Still had the observer. So, yeah. Not always the best move to go for the base race. You have to, but it takes a lot to kind of gauge at that exact moment. You say, how much do I have to lose? How much army is there? It's a lot easier for me in this case because I can see everything that's going on. Nonetheless, well done, well played, well-earned victories to everyone involved today. Apparently today was the day of the swarm. Congrats, Zergs. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.